Your soulmate is happy today because they talked about you at home. What was the response? Let's find out. My beloved child, before you scroll away, listen carefully, because today is not an ordinary day. Today, your soulmate gathered the courage to speak about you at home. The silence that filled the room before anyone answered felt longer than a lifetime. Every heartbeat carried one question. What would their family say? Don't skip. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. The first response was not what anyone expected. Instead of rejection, there was a deep pause, a thoughtful smile, and a question that changed the entire conversation. In that single moment, hope quietly entered a place where fear had lived for a very long time. Something unbelievable happened next. One family member began remembering small signs, little moments, and strange coincidences that suddenly made perfect sense. They spoke about how your name had been mentioned before, how your presence had somehow become familiar even without meeting you. Your soulmate could hardly believe what they were hearing. Every word made their heart lighter, yet one final opinion still remained unheard, and everyone in the room waited for it. Don't skip. Stay till the end. The next few seconds carried the power to change everything. Just when your soulmate thought the conversation was over, the most respected voice in the house finally spoke. The entire room became silent as those words slowly filled the air. No one interrupted. No one looked away. The answer was calm, unexpected, and filled with quiet hope. But what was said after that left your soulmate smiling in a way they had never smiled before. That hidden response is the reason this day became unforgettable, and what happened next will surprise you even more. A new wave of emotions filled the house as the conversation continued, and your soulmate realized this was becoming far bigger than they had imagined. The questions were no longer filled with doubt, they were filled with curiosity. Someone quietly asked, "What makes this person so special?" Your soulmate answered from the heart, sharing the kindness, the honesty, and the peace they feel whenever they think about you. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. What happened after those words left the entire room completely silent. Then, one unexpected family member smiled and said something that no one saw coming. They admitted they had been hoping for this conversation long before today. Those words brought relief to your soulmate's heart, but another surprise was still waiting. A thoughtful suggestion was made that could slowly bring everything closer together, yet one final reaction had not been revealed. Everyone turned toward the person whose opinion carried the greatest weight, and the room once again became perfectly quiet. Your soulmate held their breath as that person looked around the room before speaking with complete calmness. Their response was gentle, wise, and filled with unexpected encouragement. Your soulmate's eyes lit up with hope because this was the answer they had secretly been praying to hear. But just when they believed the conversation had reached its happiest moment, one final sentence changed everything once again, and what those words truly meant will be revealed next. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Everything became even more emotional after those final words echoed through the room. Your soulmate could feel that something invisible had shifted forever. The atmosphere was lighter, the smiles were more genuine, and the fear that had followed them for so long slowly disappeared. But then someone asked one unexpected question. Have they ever felt the same about you? That single question made your soulmate pause, because the answer carried more hope than anyone realized. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Without rushing, your soulmate spoke from the deepest place in their heart. They explained that they don't believe real connections happen by accident. They shared how every small memory, every meaningful moment, and every unexpected coincidence kept bringing them back to you. The room remained completely silent as everyone listened carefully. Then one family member quietly nodded and said, "Sometimes the strongest bonds begin long before people understand them." Those words touched everyone, but another unexpected response was still about to arrive. Just when your soulmate believed nothing could make this day even more unforgettable, someone stood up with a gentle smile and revealed an idea that no one had expected. It wasn't a decision, it wasn't a promise, but it was the first real step toward something beautiful. Your soulmate couldn't stop smiling because hope had finally replaced uncertainty. Yet one final detail remained hidden, and it has the power to change the meaning of everything you've heard so far. Don't skip. Stay till the end. The biggest revelation is still waiting ahead. Just when the conversation seemed complete, the most surprising moment of the entire evening quietly unfolded. One family member looked directly at your soulmate and said, "If your heart feels this peaceful when you speak about them, then there must be something truly special here." Those words were simple, yet they carried a meaning that no one could ignore. Your soulmate felt a wave of relief they had never experienced before. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The conversation was no longer about uncertainty, it was slowly becoming a story filled with hope. Then another unexpected detail came to light. Someone admitted they had noticed a positive change in your soulmate long before this conversation ever happened. They had seen more confidence, more happiness, and a quiet smile that appeared whenever your name was mentioned. That realization changed the mood inside the house completely. Instead of asking difficult questions, everyone began imagining what the future could look like. But one final sentence was still waiting, and it would become the most unforgettable part of the night. As everyone prepared to leave the room, the oldest voice spoke one last time. They smiled gently and said, "Some journeys begin with a single honest conversation, and tonight may have been that beginning." Those words stayed in your soulmate's heart long after the discussion ended. They walked away happier than they had been in a long time, believing that something meaningful had finally started. But what your soulmate decided to do immediately after this conversation is even more shocking, and that next step changes everything. Don't skip. Stay till the end. The biggest surprise is still ahead. A quiet excitement followed your soulmate long after everyone had gone to sleep. They replayed every word in their mind, especially the smiles they had seen during the conversation. For the first time in a long while, they didn't feel alone with their feelings. They felt understood. But just as they were about to rest, one unexpected thought entered their heart. What if this is only the beginning? Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. That single thought inspired your soulmate to make a silent promise. They decided they would no longer allow fear to control their future. Instead, they would keep believing in the connection they feel whenever they think about you. At the same time, another family member quietly reflected on the discussion and shared one final opinion before the night ended. Those few words were filled with warmth and quiet confidence, leaving your soulmate with even greater hope than before. Yet there was still one hidden detail that no one else in the house knew. Before closing their eyes that night, your soulmate looked toward the sky with a peaceful smile and whispered to themselves that some stories unfold at exactly the right moment. Deep inside, they felt that today had opened a new chapter, one they would never forget. But early the very next morning, something happened that confirmed those feelings in a completely unexpected way, and that incredible moment will be revealed next. Don't skip. Stay till the end. The biggest revelation is getting closer. The very next morning began with a feeling your soulmate had never experienced before. They woke up smiling without even knowing why. The conversation from the night before was still echoing in their heart, but something felt different. It was as if a new door had quietly opened. Then, while everyone was beginning their day, one family member walked over with a warm smile and said, "I've been thinking about what we talked about yesterday." Those words instantly captured your soulmate's full attention. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. What came next was even more surprising. Instead of asking more questions, that family member spoke with complete confidence. They said they could see genuine happiness whenever your name was mentioned, and they believed that true happiness should never be ignored. Your soulmate couldn't hide their smile. Every fear that had once seemed so powerful was becoming smaller with every passing moment. But before they could respond, another unexpected statement changed the direction of the conversation completely. Just as hope reached its highest point, someone revealed that this was not the end of the family's discussion. They wanted to continue talking about you in the days ahead because they believed some decisions deserved patience and wisdom. Those words filled your soulmate with quiet confidence instead of worry. They walked away believing that something beautiful was unfolding one step at a time. But later that same day, an unexpected sign appeared, one that made your soulmate think of you instantly. Don't skip. Stay till the end. The next moment could change everything. A few hours later, something so unexpected happened that your soulmate stopped in the middle of what they were doing. It wasn't loud or dramatic, yet it felt impossible to ignore. A simple moment reminded them of you so strongly that they smiled without even realizing it. In that instant, they remembered every encouraging word spoken at home and felt a quiet confidence growing inside their heart. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. As the day continued, another conversation unexpectedly began. This time, it wasn't filled with questions, it was filled with possibilities. Someone gently said, "Good things often begin with patience." Those words stayed with your soulmate because they matched exactly what they had been feeling. Instead of rushing anything, they chose to trust the journey. But then another family member added one surprising thought that made everyone pause for a moment. It was a sentence no one had expected to hear, and it carried a meaning that reached straight to your soulmate's heart. That evening, your soulmate looked back on everything that had happened since the first conversation at home. Piece by piece, every moment seemed to fit together like a puzzle that had been waiting to be completed. They realized this wasn't just about one discussion, it was about hope becoming stronger with every passing day. Yet the biggest surprise still hadn't arrived, because someone was quietly preparing to take the next step. And when that moment finally comes, nothing will feel the same again. Don't skip. Stay till the end. The greatest revelation is closer than ever. As the evening grew quieter, your soulmate noticed something they had never seen before. The same family members who had once stayed silent were now speaking with warmth whenever your name came up. No one was forcing the conversation anymore, it flowed naturally, and every sentence carried a little more hope than the last. Your soulmate couldn't stop wondering, could this really be the beginning of something beautiful? Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Then an unforgettable moment arrived. Someone smiled and said, "The way you talk about this person tells us everything we need to know." Those words touched your soulmate deeply because they didn't have to explain themselves anymore. Their feelings had already spoken louder than any argument ever could. But before anyone could change the subject, another family member quietly revealed that they had been praying for your soulmate's happiness for a very long time. The room became completely silent as everyone absorbed those heartfelt words. When the conversation finally ended, your soulmate walked away with more peace than they had carried in years. They knew nothing had been rushed, yet everything had started moving in the right direction. Deep inside, they felt that today's happiness was only the first chapter of a much greater story. But later that night, they made one silent decision about you that no one else knows, and that hidden decision is powerful enough to change everything. Don't skip. Stay till the end. The greatest surprise is still waiting for you. Late that night, when the entire house had fallen silent, your soulmate sat alone with their thoughts. They replayed every smile, every encouraging word, and every hopeful moment from the conversations at home. Then they made a quiet promise to themselves. They would protect this beautiful connection with patience, honesty, and hope, no matter how long the journey might take. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The promise they made in that silent moment became more meaningful than anyone could imagine. As the night grew deeper, your soulmate opened an old notebook and began writing down everything they wished they could one day tell you. Every sentence came straight from the heart. There was gratitude, hope, and a dream of a future where nothing needed to be hidden anymore. Just as they finished writing, an unexpected memory returned, a small moment from the past that suddenly made perfect sense after everything that had happened. It felt as though every step had been quietly leading toward this very day. Before going to sleep, your soulmate looked out the window with complete peace in their heart. They no longer felt uncertain because the conversation at home had given them something priceless: confidence. They believed that beautiful things often begin with one honest conversation, and yours had already begun. But what happened the following morning surprised even your soulmate, because someone in the family took a step that no one had expected, and that single step brought this story even closer to its happiest chapter. Don't skip. Stay till the end. The biggest revelation is almost here. The next morning brought a surprise your soulmate never expected. Before they even mentioned your name, one family member smiled and asked, "Have you been thinking about that conversation too?" Those simple words filled the room with warmth. Your soulmate realized they were no longer carrying this hope alone. The people around them were beginning to believe in the happiness they had seen growing inside their heart. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. As breakfast continued, the discussion naturally returned to you. This time, no one questioned your soulmate's feelings. Instead, everyone listened with genuine interest. Then came the sentence that changed everything: real happiness is easy to recognize because it brings peace, not fear. The room became completely quiet. Your soulmate felt those words settle deeply into their heart, knowing they would never forget them. But just when the conversation seemed complete, one unexpected idea was shared that left everyone smiling. That idea wasn't about rushing the future, it was about allowing the connection to grow with trust, patience, and honesty. Your soulmate walked away with more confidence than ever before, believing that every conversation had brought them one step closer to something truly meaningful. Yet later that day, an unexpected moment made them think of you even more strongly than before, and what happened in that moment became the clearest sign they had been waiting for all along. Don't skip. Stay till the end. The greatest chapter is about to begin. As the day moved forward, your soulmate experienced a moment they could never have planned. While everyone was busy with their own routines, your name came up once again, this time without your soulmate saying a single word. Hearing someone else speak about you with kindness filled their heart with quiet joy. It felt like the conversation had grown beyond one evening and had become something much deeper. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. What happened next made your soulmate believe that hope was becoming stronger every single day. Then came a question that surprised everyone in the room. One family member gently asked, "If this person brings you so much peace, what is stopping you from believing in what your heart already knows?" Those words stayed with your soulmate long after the conversation ended. They realized that fear had slowly been replaced by confidence, and uncertainty had turned into quiet faith. But just when they thought the discussion was over, one final voice spoke with a calmness that no one expected. That voice shared a simple thought: some of the best journeys begin with a single honest conversation and continue one small step at a time. Your soulmate smiled because those words perfectly described everything that had happened since they first spoke about you at home. They felt grateful, hopeful, and ready for whatever came next. But that very evening, something completely unexpected happened that made your soulmate believe this story was moving toward its most beautiful chapter yet. Don't skip. Stay till the end. The biggest revelation is only moments away. As evening arrived, your soulmate felt an unusual sense of calm. It wasn't because every answer had been found, it was because every conversation had brought them closer to believing in the future they had quietly imagined. Then, without any warning, someone in the family smiled and said, "You've been happier ever since you started talking about this person." Those words touched your soulmate more deeply than anyone realized. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The next few moments would stay in their heart forever. Your soulmate didn't answer immediately. Instead, they smiled with complete honesty, and that silent smile said more than 1,000 words ever could. The room filled with warmth as everyone understood what that smile meant. No explanations were needed anymore. Then came another unexpected statement: the people who bring peace into our lives are always worth appreciating. Hearing those words gave your soulmate a confidence they had never felt before. Yet one final surprise was still waiting before the night came to an end. As the lights grew dim and the conversations faded away, your soulmate made one quiet decision deep within their heart. They would never allow fear to erase the hope that had been born inside that home. They believed this beautiful story had only just begun, and every step ahead would reveal something even greater. But what your soulmate is preparing to do next is the most meaningful decision of all, and when that moment finally arrives, it will bring this journey to its most unforgettable chapter. Don't skip. Stay till the end. The final revelation is closer than ever. As a brand new day began, your soulmate looked back at everything that had happened with a grateful heart. The conversation at home had started with uncertainty, but it ended with hope, understanding, and quiet encouragement.